Yo, what up, this Gemini Queen 4? I got online.
Yo, what's good?
Oh, the special guest of the night. Yes, this Riff.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, what's happening?
This shit cooling. Just still getting over the Christmas holiday. Eating leftovers. You already know.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Shout out to the prime rib I made yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, we made some crawfish yesterday, so.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah, my wife did crawfish boil, so you already know how that goes.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
See, I'm in Ohio, so somebody was talking about, I wish somebody up here would make some Christmas with some seafood. I was like, man, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, down there.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Down there getting it in. Yeah. I'm jealous. That's cool, though. Shout out to the crawfish and the potatoes and the corn, right? Something like that.
Right. Yep.
All them things.
Yep.
Yay.
It was the whole shebang in there.
I know, that's right. Well, happy Christmas.
Yeah, you too. And I hope you have a good New Year this year. I'm kind of looking forward to it myself. So.
Yes, we shall definitely be discussing that. But all right, how we just do it? We keep it smooth. We keep it cool. First of all, before we start, I want to thank you a whole lot for hitting me up and sending me all those drops that you did for me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's because everybody don't do that, and it was very much appreciated over here.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that. I'm glad you fucked with it, man. I mean, most people don't realize without the radio personnel and without the DJs playing your music, the artists don't really have a platform. If nobody's playing it, if nobody's spinning your music. So it's like, well, I wanted to pay it forward and pay respects back because my guy Micah Otis told me that you were spinning my records off of one of the sites that he had my records placement on. And so that's why I reached out, and I'm like, yo, let me just go ahead and send these drops out real quick and, at least pay it back forward, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like the Grinch. My heart is tiny, and it keeps on shrinking, but it still hurts. Oh, thank you, Michael. Shout out to Michael.
Yeah. Shout out to Micah, man. So, no, yes, that's the homie. So.
Yeah, so, okay. It just in case, any of the people that are listening in happen to not know who you are, can you just give them a little taste real quick, like your name and a little synopsis?
I go by the Rift. I'm originally from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I currently live in Long Beach, California. I was signed to Rostrum Records last year with a group called Free Wi-Fi under the largest independent record label in the country. Also home to Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller in the beginning stages of their career. Fast forward, ended up on Revolt TV, BET, MTV, pretty much every radio station across the country and over in the UK. And then now I'm back on my solo tip as a solo artist, and I'm dropping a joint album with my homie Ken Soul. Shout out to Ken Soul on January 11th, 2019, and I have another album dropping late February, crossing over into the EDM electronica world. So.
I'm hearing a lot about that EDM popping off.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to switch it up. You know what I mean? I could do rap. I could rap and sing all day, but I figure, the lane's wide open with the EDM, electronica, and I grew up around that with my pops. He DJs. He still DJs and still to this day. So I figured, I don't know, I got an ear for all types of music. So why not,
I feel you. I'm going to have to do a little more listening to some EDM. Like, I've got a few EDM tracks, but they sound like pop music to me.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm missing something or if they, are EDM artists that did a pop track that time.
Yeah.
I'll have
it's
to
kind
look
of
more
like
into it.
A little bit. Kind of like a rap artist when they sing. You know what I mean? They still a rap artist, but doesn't mean that all their
Yes,
songs gonna
yes.
be rap songs. You know what I mean?
Cross
Some
the
of them might
genres.
sound like
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah. I can dig it. Mm-hmm. All right. So we don't. All right. So you said you're from originally from Minneapolis.
yeah. So I mean, well, I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio, but
Oh,
I didn't,
OH10,
yeah,
hey.
right,
Sorry.
yep, yep. I grew up in Cleveland, and then I left Cleveland in 2007, joined the military, got out, and came up to Minnesota, where my brother was at, and that's when I started doing music after the military. And then basically, I kind of made a name for myself here, and everyone just kind of knows me from Minnesota. So I guess technically I'm from Minnesota because I didn't really start making no noise until I got to Minnesota, or I didn't even start music till I got to Minnesota. Minnesota. So
Ooh. I feel you on that. I'm from a lot of places too, but I won't say nothing
right,
but Ohio
yeah,
when I
yeah,
about the music. Like, hey,
right,
I was
right,
here when I
right,
started, so I don't
right.
know. Yes, okay, but that's cool to know you Ohio native though. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah,
Once again,
yeah,
shout
yeah.
out to Ohio. Yes, lots of talent.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so
It was,
what? Like in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My bad. When
yeah.
like around what age did you start? Since you said that's really when you know starting your career.
I started making music when I was like 23, and
Okay.
then over the years things kind of just started developing into a little bit more and more, and people started chiming in. And back in 2016, that was like my first recognition of like on a national platform because I dropped one record called Ego, which ended up
Mm.
becoming the group record that we got signed off of. And then they took all three of us on that record and turned us into a group and re-released that record under the name Free Wi-Fi as the name of the group. And then that ended up hitting a national scale after they re-released the record. So you can still find it on YouTube now if you type in Free Wi-Fi, all is one word, and type in Ego. That's the very first record that we did in 2016. So
Oh. So what ended up happening? Y'all still y'all all decide
uh,
to go solo or?
no, I mean, but it was a lot of bullshit that kind of happened, and
Mm.
unfortunately, label dropped us like 4 months ago just because there's like a bunch of problems with management, and some money was missing, and a bunch of weird shit was
Mm.
happening, and me and my group we just couldn't get our shit together. We couldn't like solve some of the inner problems that we were going through. And then by the time we tried to resolve everything, it was already too late at that point. So now it's just like, well, it's too late now. What do you do? So now I'm just doing my own
Mm.
thing, and my group members are doing their own things as well. But at least it was like a lesson learned for all of us, and
Yeah.
now we know what to do. Now we know what not to do as far as contract stuff with management and that type of stuff.
Mm.
So there was
Ooh
no
wee.
there was no sunset clause agreement in our management contract, so that led to a lot of complications as far as debts being risen against the accounts and stuff like that. So
Oh, they tried it. They
yeah,
really tried it.
yeah, man. So
Oh.
shout out to my group
Ugh.
members. I mean, they're still doing their thing, but we was just a little naive and just
Yeah.
didn't really look into things as deeply as we should have. You know, but
Mm.
like
Mm.
with anyone else that gets signed for the very first time, of course you're not looking at the fine print. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Finally. So yes, I mean, it's unfortunate that you and the members of your group had to go through that and experience it. However, my show is mostly about the indie and underground artists trying to come up and trying to get the proper advice for the minds that seek it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like With that being said, is there like I know you said like reading over your contracts properly or stuff like that, but is there like a anything? Well, okay, first of all, would you sign another deal?
Yeah, if it presented itself to me, and now, because to backtrack it a second to kind of answer the whole question, yeah,
Yeah.
I would sign another deal because now that I've learned what I've learned by being signed for a whole year and a half, I
Mhm.
learned so much in that year and a half that I would have never learned independently. So,
Mm.
just being under the contract and meeting so many people I've met in the industry and learning so much from people that have been through similar situations and talking to attorneys and learning the loops and holes and contracts and what to look for and what to avoid and how to get out of certain things and how to manipulate certain things into your favor. Uh, if another deal presented itself to me at some point in the near future, uh, and it seemed okay, I mean I would definitely take it because I know exactly what to look for. A lot of people don't understand that you can actually negotiate your contract. So especially
Right.
if somebody puts a contract on the table for you and it seems a little bit one sided, you could always have that adjusted and send it back. They're either A gonna accept it or B they're not. And if they don't want to accept it, then
Exactly.
obviously it's not a good deal to accept. You know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, if somebody truly wants you as an artist, they're gonna accommodate you on whatever you request. So if the deal came along and it was a decent deal and I read the contract and I made the adjustments that I wanted to make and they were okay with the adjustments I asked for, then there's no issue.
Yeah.
Then we're in business, you know. But I'm not finna just sit here and sign anything. You know what I mean? Because we did that the first time, and you see what happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't the label. It wasn't, like I said. The label was perfectly fine. Roshan was nothing but very helpful to us. It actually,
Hmm.
if anything, Roshan leveled us up. Even though like the deal went sour, like it still platformed us on a local level and on a national level to where we have enough knowledge and enough experience and even enough clout now to where I can actually pull some strings on my own now.
Hey,
So I don't see it as a
I know
complete
that's
loss. I
right.
see it as a growth, as a growing step, as a stepping stone to get to a bigger platform. So, but yeah, that is essentially my goal. Is I'm trying to
Hmm.
re-platform myself to where there is bigger deals on the table, and then I can use that as the next platform step, as the next stepping stone in line to get to something bigger, and then just repeat the process. But I'm not sitting here holding my breath on it because otherwise I'll be sitting waiting all day. So it's just like you just got to move
Mm.
accordingly and move knowing that you're moving in a way that's just going to benefit you, and you know that you're working towards your goals no matter what comes your way or what doesn't. You know what I mean? Because if you sit there and wait for someone to come, it's never going to happen. So you kind of just have to act like it's never coming, and then it'll come when you
Mm.
least expect it. Because that's how it happened the first time. I was never even expecting it to hit me the first time. I just was doing my own thing and trying to get myself out there independently the best I could, and then the opportunity presented itself, and it was a good opportunity. It just turned ugly through a shitty management situation. So
Mm. Shitty managers. Shout out to
yeah,
shitty
man.
managers, janky promoters. Shout out to you,
Right,
motherfuckers.
exactly. So
Hey,
yeah,
knowledge. Yes, very nice.
telling you that's the best
Oh
thing you can have in the industry, man. Is educating yourself on how it works. So because
man.
it's a very dirty game. I learned that real fast, and as long as you know how to play the game back with the dirty motherfuckers that play it, and you stay
Mm.
5 steps ahead of the dirty motherfuckers, then there's really nothing they can do. And
Ah.
there's a lot of people in this industry that pretend like they know what they're doing when they're literally deer
Mm-hmm.
in the headlights and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? So it's just you just got to learn to
Mm.
recognize that when you come across it, and I take
Mm.
everything with a grain of salt, but every time I learn something, I apply the pressure and I apply it to myself, and I just make a note of it, mental note of it. So when something comes around again and I recognize it, I'm like, oh, okay, I've been here before, so I know what to do and
Yes.
I know what not to do. So.
Oh, I like you already. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I don't ever bring no bullshit up on here. Yes, tell the truth, Rick. Oh, fool it.
Right.
Fool it.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I love the truth. It just makes me so happy. And I'm like that
Mhm.
because I utilize this network and all the artists I'm so blessed to connect with on so many different levels. And I'll be listening all the time. I'm listening. Ooh wee, yeah. Shout out to Rick. So okay,
Hey.
okay. Let's go back a little bit. Maybe
All right.
to one of your happiest moments when you were on one of those prominent TV stations. Like, what was one of your best memories of that?
There's a few of them. First one was seeing myself on MTV for the first time, sitting in my homie's house. The second one was seeing myself on BET when I was sitting in the BET office in New York, uh, downtown. I was sitting in their office and they turned on the TV and they were showcasing the songs that were in rotation on their channel, and our song was on their TV screen. So that was pretty cool. Like, it was kind of like an official moment for us. And then the next one was when we did the Revolt TV live performance for South by Southwest. We went to this Revolt TV and Tidal showcase down in Austin, and it was like, I remember standing there doing these interviews, and like Ugly God was like next to us, and I forgot the other artists, but I think it was like Trippie Redd and like Ugly God or some shit, and they're like standing right next to us.
Oh my God!
And we're interviewing
I thought
on
you
like
meant ugly guys. Like there were some ugly dudes, right? I'm sorry, I was
no,
tripping.
Ugly God, the rapper, yeah.
My bad.
So yeah, and then we were doing some interviews. They interviewed us, and then when we walked back outside, downstairs, back into the venue, they ended up handing us these contracts, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then when I read through it, it was literally just like a disclosure agreement, basically saying like, hey, if you perform on this stage, you will be broadcasted live on this channel per se. So, so that was cool. That was my very first live televised performance, and it was packed in there. It was everyone on the second level and on the bottom level. It was completely a sea full of people, and then they had like these little Metro PCS and like Doritos, Flamaz, and Ciroc lights, like sponsor lights, all in the back of the stage, really big with this huge monitor. And I just remember the feeling getting up there and seeing this huge camera like on a crane, like swing across the entire like level of the first floor. And I was like, wow, we're really on like television doing this shit. And we performed live, man, and we killed it. And that was probably one of the best shows that we've had. So it was just really fun. It was just like surreal, knowing that we did that in the middle of South by Southwest, on one of the most important stages. So that was really awesome. So
what year was that?
Just what year was it? I think it was. When was it South by? Was South by this year? Yeah, it was this year. I think it was whenever South by was this year. I think it was like earlier this year, like March or something. I can't remember. I think it was in March of this year. Yeah. So if that's my guess, I can't even remember. It was just whenever the last South by Southwest was, that's when it was. So
that's amazing. Congratulations!
Yeah, it was.
I can't wait to feel that.
Thank you.
Yes, I can't wait. Yes. So, all right, okay. So hold on, time out, because I know you got a project coming out in January, and you have blessed me with the project and being able to play a few tracks, because I ain't gonna play them all. Ha ha ha. Nope.
Yeah, right.
Doing it.
Right.
but I get to play a few tracks from it. And can you tell us a little bit about the project, the name, where your brain is at, making it, all of that?
Yeah, so it's a joint project called Billboard Music Volume 1, featuring my homie Ken Soul. Like I said, shout out to my guy Ken Soul. He's another local rising R&B artist here in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's been making a lot of noise for himself this year, and we've done one collaborative project prior to this on a video that we did, and it went crazy on his YouTube channel. So now we decided to do an entire joint album, and we're getting ready to shoot 3 music videos this weekend coming up. So basically, the project stems from it's literally self-explanatory. Billboard Music. We literally put together a collection of 7 songs that we recorded that literally sound industry ready, commercialized, and could be potential Billboard Top 100 songs. So every song on the album bangs. Every song is one that you can listen to all the way through, start to finish. There's nothing that's skippable on the album. And it's just been, some of these songs were recorded over a duration of time. So some of these songs I recorded back when I was still with my group, and I was feeling myself when I had the bag, and, I was rising up, and in that state of emotion, I recorded some of these songs. And then some of these songs were recorded, as recently as last month, that type of stuff. Nice. So it's just a wide range of 7 songs recorded at different durations over this past year, and then kind of quickly consolidated into an album, so you kind of get a taste of multiple flavors on one album. But it's basically just 7 really good songs put together that could be potential Billboard chart songs. And we want to bring it to people's attention and bring it to the city locally here in Minnesota and get people familiar with the music, and hopefully put out volume 2 probably in the spring. So, and it's also a prelude and basically a eye-opener for an attention grabber, basically. So when people chime in with this album, then they'll be more inclined to listen to both of our individual albums coming up in February of this year. So.
Ooh. Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't expect the last part that you just said. I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I know that was coming.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have one more hip hop album coming, and then I have an EDM electronica album that's already done. I just have to get it mastered. So.
Not bad. Rift is coming like a rift.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I am. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I am looking forward to all of your music. I done listened to some tracks. I am digging it. Digging it. Fucks with it.
Did you listen to the whole thing, or you just listened to a few, or do you know which ones you kind of liked, or which ones were your favorites, or which ones that stood out to you?
I didn't get to listen to the whole thing because the way my situation set up right now, my Wi-Fi wasn't popping.
Right.
Wi-Fi wasn't popping. But I heard
tell you some
like 5.
Oh, okay, yeah, let me. Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, then you heard like damn near the whole album.
Yeah,
okay.
5, and I made a commercial on IG with one of them.
Oh, okay, I gotta go check that out.
But I like your music. I like your vibe. I like your. And like I say, no bullshit comes on my show. It always seems to be people of the common vibe and personalities, always attracted to the same vibe, and And look at us, here we are again.
Yeah.
Magic. With Magic, and I'm gonna play. No, I was about to say I'm gonna play all that shit. Never mind. We're gonna play 3 tracks. There will be no leakies.
Alright, and then I know fans like How You Feel, Cheesecake, Cycle, and Gas are like the fan favorites right now.
Yeah,
so.
Okay. Make sure I, have that right there. Yeah, I got Gas. Yeah. Definitely got Gas. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. That's like everybody's favorite. Gas is like everybody's favorite. That one and How You Feel.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, I'm typing. Okay, yes, absolutely. I got you. I got you. I got you. Are there any that they haven't heard at all that you want to slap them in the
Um,
face with?
well, only the people who came to the listening party a couple of days ago heard the whole album. But the world hasn't heard any,
Mm.
so because it doesn't drop until the 11th. So only the people
Right.
who came up to the party heard it.
Hey.
So pretty
And
much no one's heard it yet. So
me. Yay. Ow. I feel special. Hey. All right, cool. So we got that on deck. I got the song tracks on deck. Before we wrap this thing up, do you have any specific advice you would like to give to any indie artists that are on their grind and really, you know, really will have what it takes and all that, just need a little advice sometimes?
yeah, just on the rainy days, just know that it's temporary, because there's gonna be days that you're gonna feel like you're gonna be like, why the fuck am I even attempting this? And there'll be days that you're like on cloud nine, but just know every
Mm,
day is up and down, and at the end of the day, just know you just got to keep your eyes on the prize. So even if you have a shitty day and you feel like giving up, just let that moment pass. So just, I guess if I had to give somebody advice, just for any shitty moment in your life, just let that moment pass, because it's only temporary. The shitty moments are only temporary.
oh, my little Grinch heart. Ouch.
What?
My little Grinch heart. Ouch. He hit me again. Ah, that was some good advice.
Yeah,
That was
because I wasn't gonna
real
say stay
true.
consistent, but I'm like, everybody here is stay consistent. I mean, anybody can tell you to be consistent, but people don't tell you to be
Yeah.
consistent through the shitty times. You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
everyone goes through shitty times. So if people know that
True.
those shitty times are only temporary emotions and temporary shitty times, that those times don't last forever, you have to be consistent through those times as well as the good times. So
Mm. Lord, the riff has come through and oh, he's called the riff. Like I said, Riff, I need you before we get out of here to shout out all the links that you want to, any of the people that you want to, let people know how to connect with you so they can link with you, go to your show, see what's popping, all that stir. Get it
okay.
popping.
All right. Well, I'll start with myself. You can find me on Instagram at the Rift. That's THARIFT. If you YouTube or Google or SoundCloud or type in on any streaming platform, the Rift, THARIFT, I'll pretty much pop up on any and everything. If you want to check out my previous group's work, uh, free Wi-Fi, just type in at free Wi-Fi music, all one word, and you can pretty much find it on any streaming platform or any YouTube. And for my homie Ken Soul, he's at the real Ken Soul. That's TheRealKenSoul. And my producers, shout out to my producers, Angelo Bombay. He's the one that produced the very first record that changed my life forever. You can find him at angelo.bombay, exactly how it sounds. It's the same way that it's spelled. And my other guy, Chris Hooks, you can find him at RP Hooks on pretty much any social media.
Yes. Well, this has been spectacular. It's a beautiful season 3 opener. I'm
Yay.
excited. Real ass. I was like, yo, I'm not going to start the show until he comes, period. But
Well, no,
it's
I
not happening.
appreciate you having me, though. I really do. Anytime you want to hop
Oh,
on the phone
absolutely.
and talk some shit, I'm more than happy to get on the line and talk some shit.
Hey, hey, we can make it happen because I be talking lots of shit. That's
Right. So,
I'll be going through it, Rick. Woo!
man, I'm already
Going
knowing.
through it.
I'm already knowing. So,
All right.
yep.
So I'm gonna definitely hit you up and let you know all the specific information because you know we getting it popped in on YouTube on my YouTube channel now. Since somehow I gained 6.7 thousand subscribers, I figured we gonna need to use them up. Okay?
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Hell yeah. And I
hey,
appreciate it.
hey,
That's 6,000
and
more
almost
people
2 million views. Oh yes,
yeah. So,
we going
yeah,
right there,
absolutely.
buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it
Oh
rocking. You
yeah.
can send me the YouTube link. I'll get it around. I'll get people familiar with Gemini the Queen, and hopefully
Hey.
vice versa. People get familiar with me, and we keep this shit rocking. So
Yes, and I can talk to you about some other things later. Yes, hallelujah. So,
absolutely. So
let me wrap this thing up. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I put out an Amber Alert for the most amazing and bomb artists in the game. And once again, y'all came through, but actually he came through with himself, showing mad love and mad respect. Shout out to the Risk and Kenzo and Angelo and hey Chris. Shout out to the whole team. Mad love to all of y'all. And I will definitely be linking up and playing your shit all the goddamn time. It's an Amber Alert.
hey,
Yes.
hey, there it is. Yeah.